Traditional databases weren't always enough, especially when apps needed to handle massive data, scale quickly, and stay flexible. That's where MongoDB comes in. It's a popular NoSQL database trusted by companies like Uber, eBay, and Adobe for building fast, scalable applications. Unlike SQL databases, MongoDB doesn't lock you into strict table structures. It lets you store data just the way your application needs it. So guys, in today's tutorial, we'll be learning about MongoDB. Now here's the agenda of our today's session. First, we are going to start with Introduction to MongoDB. Then, we are going to set up MongoDB. Moving ahead, we are going to discuss about CRUD operations. Then we are going to do MongoDB query operators. And finally, we are going to conclude our session with aggregation. Before we move on, just a quick info guys. Simplilearn has got AI-powered full-stack developer program. You can become job-ready with AI-powered full-stack developer course. You're going to develop modern web apps using OneStack, Java, and AI-powered tools. You can boost your CV with 60+ hands-on projects and also earn official Microsoft certificates and launch your career with AI-powered resumes, mock interviews, and job opportunities in collaboration with Microsoft Azure. Now, before we move ahead, here's a short quiz to test your knowledge. What does MongoDB store data in? And your options are table, documents, rows, or columns. Please mention your answers in the comment section below. Before we move ahead to the session, I request you guys that do not forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell icon such that you won't miss out any update from our end. So let's get started. So guys, let us first try to understand what exactly is MongoDB. So MongoDB is a NoSQL database that stores data in a format called as BSON, means binary JSON. Unlike traditional relational databases that store data in tables, MongoDB stores data in collections, which are like tables but much more flexible. MongoDB is designed to scale horizontally, meaning it can handle large amount of data across many machines efficiently. Now you'll be wondering why MongoDB? First of all, it's schema-less, meaning data can vary between documents in the same collection. You can have image file, you can have audio file, you can have video files also. Next most interesting thing is it's scalable. MongoDB can distribute data across multiple servers, making it ideal for handling large data sets. And also guys, it's developer friendly. MongoDB uses rich query language which allows for easy aggregation and manipulation of data. Now let us set up our MongoDB. So guys, all you have to do is go to the official website of MongoDB and click on Get Started, and it is going to direct you to the sign-in page. If you have not made your account, so all you have to do is you can just click on Sign Up with Google. Since I have already made my account, so I'm going to click all over here. Now let us wait for the OAuth. So guys, you can see my OAuth is already done, and let's say you want to create a new project. So go to your given project overview. Let's say this is your given project, and let's say this is your organization, and here you can create a new project. So just click on new project, and let's say let it be let's say it's a MongoDB hands-on tutorial. Okay, so let us make this project. If you want to add any tag, like let us say let it be a demo tag, and you can see it can be hands-on. So you can add a key value pair also. So just a sample demonstration, and just click on next all over here, and so you can see it is going to also give you which email ID is the owner of this given database. So for me default, since I've signed in from here, from this email, so it has given me the project owner. Just click on Create Project. And one also more interesting thing is under this tab, you can also invite other fellow developers also. So other people can also collaborate easily. Now you can see we are getting one create option. So just click all over here, and it is going to create a cluster. So guys, since you are learning for the first time, so you don't want any payment to be done from your end, so you can just click all over here free. Now you can also see the name and the configurations all over here. So this is cluster 0, and the provider is AWS all over here, and the region is Mumbai AP South. You can just click all over here, and then you can see there are some security thing that's been coming up. Just click on this. and you can see it has started creating our given document. Now, for this given cluster, next up, we are going to set up the given security. So guys, do remember your username, okay? So let us copy this in certain document. You can click all over here, the username, and similarly, you can also copy your respective password. So now do remember this, because this will be needed to set up the connection string for the later purpose. Now, also guys, if you could see on the network access section, if you go all over here, then you can see this IP address is given. Now, click on add IP address and click on allow access from anywhere and click on confirm, and it is going to add our current IP address. So any IP address can easily communicate with this. Now guys, since we have added the IP access list, next step is connecting your given cluster. So click on connect all over here, and you can select various methods. Either you can connect through Compass or Mongo Shell or Atlas SQL. Since we will be connecting through Node.js, so you can click on select drivers. And first of all, let's say I have this one demo project. So guys, as you can see all over here, I have a demo project. Okay, so in this I have created a sample file with index.html and also a server file which is Node.js file. Now, before doing this, there are certain things you need to install. For example, .env as one of the dependency and Mongoose as one of the dependency. So for that same purpose, you can just type npm I, and then you can just type .env and Mongoose. So Mongoose will be used for schema, and for storing the environment variable, I will be using .env file. So for now, since I've already installed it, so I won't be doing this. Next step is configuring our given env file. Now you can see there is a one URI that I am getting all over here. Now, what you need to do is go to all over here to your Atlas, and you can see all over here that we have a given URI. Now, this is our username and this is the password. So instead of the password that we have just copied, you can just replace this in this given link. And then you copy this and go all over here, create a variable named Mongo URI. And all over here in this URI, just add the given password all over here. So in this way, you are going to set up your Mongo URI. Now you can use this in Node.js file, which is index.js. So first of all, we are importing the necessary modules. So guys, to read all the variables which I have declared in .env file, I will use require.env.config. Then I am extracting the URI. So I'm creating another variable Mongo URI, and in order to extract this, I'm typing process.env.mongo URI. Then I'm writing a function to actually connect to MongoDB, which is const connect to database, kind of a very set template. So this is going to be a async process, and then exception handling, try and catch, then await connect Mongoose URI. So I have put this given URL that I have declared all over here. And then these are some of the configuration that I have done. So use new URL parser and use unified topology. We have to keep it as true. And finally, you need to give a message that successfully you are connected to MongoDB. If not, then you are going to catch an error. Similarly, all over here, the next thing is let us write a sample schema, because we are using Mongoose for the same. So if you're working with Node.js, basically you have to use Mongoose. So you can read Mongoose documentation from npm. Okay, let me show you. So guys, just type Mongoose npm and you are going to get directed on this package. So this is a very important package, and you can check the documentation all over here, how to import it or how to create it. Very simple, kind of set and static. So I've used the same configuration all over here. So let's say I want to create a new schema. So I've written constant test schema, new mongoose.schema, let's say name be string, age be number. Then all over here, I'm trying to create one model. Let's say the model is test model, and this is a test schema. then I'm writing a function to create a document basically. So let it be a test document where name is John Doe and age is 30. Then basically I'm trying to save this document. If the document is saved, I am printing a message. If not, then basically it's saying error. Now, finally, we are calling the function to create a test document. And now this document is going to be stored on your Atlas. So this is a pretty simple, you can say, demonstration of what we are trying to do. And in this way, you can actually set your Atlas in Node.js. Now, if you are wondering that maybe you are using a different programming language, let's say Java, then I want to give you a hint. In your Spring Boot project, you might find application.properties file. So in that, you have to do the MongoDB configuration. Now for that, the syntax would be kind of different. But for now, this demonstration, we are proceeding with the Node.js. So very sample demonstration. Now, let us dive into some of the important MongoDB concepts. So those concepts are like querying, then we will talk about aggregation concepts all over there. So guys, for that demonstration, I am using MongoDB Playground all over here. Very simple to understand those concepts. So you can also try to do the same thing. So this is humongous.io. Very easy and simple, you can say, playground to actually understand how you can do all these operations. Now guys, let us perform some of the CRUD operations. So you can see I have some pre-value already all over here. You can see these are the name of the countries and their respective capital, continent, language, and the population. Let's say I want to add many values to the given document. So let's say I want to add Canada, I want to add United Kingdom, I want to add New Zealand, and I want to add India. Now, if I want to add these things, so just type db.countries and insert many. Now, start the parentheses and close the parentheses. Start with the, you can say, this is the square box. You can also the close bracket all over here and one parenthesis and one parenthesis all over here. And inside this is add this JSON data with respect to, let's say, this is the name Canada, capital Ottawa, then the United Kingdom, capital London. Similarly for the other thing. And after running this, click on run. And you can see it has inserted all of these values. And we are also getting these count, inserted count 4, and these are the inserted ID. So this is how you hard code the data or put these values in your given document. Now this is done. And also guys, you can do one more manipulation. Let's say you want to add only one country. Let's say the country name is South Africa and capital is Petrosia, continent Africa, language English, and population something like this. So db, your collection name, and use insert one command to insert all of these values. Just click all over here, run, and you can see it has acknowledged and your ID will be generated all over here. So this is how you basically create the values. Now let us try to perform the read operation. So if I am trying to do the read operation, we basically use db.collectionName and this is the find command. You can see the language is English all over here. Just click on run and you can see we have found these things. So if you query this, so we get United States as one of the English speaking country, and similarly I have Australia who speak English. So this is one of the things how you can actually query based on the language as one of the keys. Now let us say we want to actually find those countries whose population is greater than 10 million. So all over here inside find, you give the key as population, and you apply this aggregation greater than 10 million. And just click on enter. And you can see all over here we have got these given datas whose population is greater than 10 million. Now let us try to perform the update operation. So let us say the country name is Japan and I want to set its population number to a new population number. So what I've written db.countries update 1. Let's say the name is Japan and this is the population that I have set to. Now all over here, if you want to update, so if I'm just updating only one values, I am writing update 1. If I have to update many values, I'll write update many. So let us just update 1 for now. Click on run and you can see you are going to get an acknowledgement all over here. Acknowledge true, modified count 1, upserted ID null, upserted count 0 and match count equals to 1. Pretty interesting. Now, let's say I want to perform the update operation on many of the data that we have. So for the same purpose, what I can do is update countries many, and this includes all the country, and I've added a new field all over here, that's currency. So for this, I'm using set as the aggregate operation, and you can see currency as dollars. Now, if you click on one, let us see what is going to happen, and you can see it has acknowledged true, and it has updated all these values of currency in all the 6 columns. Now, let us say we want to perform the delete operation. So if we want to delete it, so you can just type delete one, since one value we want to delete it, and let's say give the field name equals to Ivory Coast, this is a country's name, and just click on delete. And you can see we have got one acknowledgement saying it's true, and the deleted count is equals to 1. Pretty interesting. So guys, this covers our basic CRUD operation that you can perform in MongoDB. Now guys, let us try to perform some of the query operation. So you can see our first operation is we are trying to find a population which is greater than 50 million. Pretty interesting. So for that, you need to apply greater than $. So this is going to actually create a filter. This is aggregate operation, but we are trying to query using find. Similarly, if I want to find continent which is in Asia and Europe, so for that purpose, I can use in. So let us say if you want to find values which may be present across multiple keys, and so for the same purpose, we can use in all over here. Now guys, our third operation, what we have done is db.countries.find, and here you can see all over here, I have given one language, and it's saying language not equal to English. Now, let us try to run these queries and let us see what we are going to get. Let us try to find the population greater than, let's say, 50 million. So we can see very large, and none of the values that we have crosses this. Let us try to run this operation. So you can see in Asia and Europe, we have 2 countries, France and Japan. So you can check with these operations. Now let us try to run another query. And you can see these are the countries whose language is not equal to English. You can see all over here. So these are some of the query operation that you can perform in MongoDB. Now, let me also give you some of the another scenario where you can try to perform some of the logical operations also. So let us say db.countries find, so whose language is English and also whose population is greater than 50 million. So this is pretty interesting. So let's say if we have 2 conditions to apply or to a more than, you can use AND operation. Similarly, if we want to give a OR operation or as a logical operation, so what we can write OR all over here, and you can see it signifies that find the countries which are present in continent Asia and continent in Africa. So in this way, you can apply your logical operation all over here. Now let us run each one of these individually. And you can see United States is the given one. So that's what we are getting. And let us try to perform the another one. And in this, you can see the countries are present in Asia or Africa. So we have got or means returning both of the result. Now let us try to perform some of the aggregate operation all over here. So for performing the aggregate operation, next to the name of your collection, type aggregate. And now you can see all over here, I have written db.countries.aggregate. Let's say group by continent, and also sum up their total countries, like how many countries are present in the particular continent. So this is what our aggregate operation is doing. Now let us run this given query, and we could see in Australia, ID total countries are 1. In Europe, total countries in 1. And in Asia, total countries is 1. North America, total countries in 1. Africa, also 1. So you can see it is summing up the total countries which are present in all of these sections. Now, Let us try to perform another aggregate operation, and now let us try to find the given population or the average population based on, let's say, the continent. So all you can do is run this, and you can see based on the continents we have got our average population. So all you have to do is use group as an aggregate command, keep the ID as continent, and average population, you can perform the average aggregation on the population. So this is how you are going to apply this given aggregate operation. Now let us say we want to sort the given population. So if you want to sort the given population, all we need to do is type the sort aggregation, and you can see I have written population -1. So this signifies basically that all I'm trying to do is sort the given population in the descending order. So if you are writing -1 means we are performing in the descending order. Very simple, guys. Now let us try to create an aggregate pipeline all over here. So let us say first step, I want to group the continent by the ID and their total population. Then I want to match the total population of those continents which are greater than 40 million. And then I want to sort the total population in the descending order. So in this way, if we are writing the queries, this means that we are creating an aggregate pipeline. So let us try to run this and see what output we are going to get. And you can see, guys, we have got none of the countries whose population is greater than this. Let us try to reduce this number. So let us give this, and now let us try to run the given query. So now you can see we have got some values. So these are the countries whose total population is greater than this, and also we are grouping the continent with the total population, and we are sorting this with the in a descending order. So in this way we can create an aggregate pipeline. So guys, this was all about today's tutorial. I hope so you would have got a brief idea regarding MongoDB. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like these kind of videos, then do not forget to hit the notification bell icon and click the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching this video.